And it appears we are live on Facebook, my
We
man.
are. Oh, we're
Huh?
live on Facebook even.
Yeah. We must have
Wow.
did something right.
Let the hashtags begin then. All
There you
right.
go. We're back in business.
I said earlier, it's like it's going to be posted later because that's usually what we do to Facebook the last few
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. And did you figure out Spotify? I had sent you that text
Well,
a couple of
I
days
went
ago.
in, I had processed the last two, but the last one had 0 time on it. So I don't know.
Really? Okay. Yeah. So, but it was like, you got to get this code and you got to do this. And you gave me the code the one time and I went in and I did. We're talking stuff. We didn't have a pregame today. So we're talking about all of our stuff.
We're pre-gaming before our
We're
pregame.
pre-game. Yeah. So welcome to the Sports Cave. It's kind of a good weekend coming up here.
Yeah, it's going to start warming up here in the frozen tundra.
Is it really? Yeah. You told me you're at 32 today. Any snow in the
We were
forecast?
at 26. Yeah, we had some flurries.
Oh, man. Doesn't that
40s,
suck?
I think 40s and 50s tomorrow, 60s on Sunday, and then next week will be 70. We'll be back to baseball weather. Be able to go back outside.
Sure. Now, a day like today, 32 degrees, would you play ball? Would you guys play ball or not? Or would it be like, it's too cold?
No,
Both
the wind,
coaches-
yeah. Well,
both
you got
coaches, but
bats, their
Yeah.
bodies.
what?
Expect
So
that.
how low will it go? How low would you? 40?
We played in, it was upper 40s the other night. It was probably, we were seeing our breath at the end of the night without wind.
Sure.
So what
Okay.
temperature do you start seeing your breath?
Well, not 68. I can't see it in here.
I can't see it in here either.
Okay.
Let me go outside while it's 40-mile-an-hour winds. See if I see my
I don't think you'll see that either. So we've had some wicked winds here the past few days. My neighbor's about 3 down. I'm sitting down in the sports cave today. 4 houses down. They had a tree come down and they've got a beautiful wood fence.
Ooh,
And
right on
yeah,
top of the wood fence.
right on top of it, crushed it. Their dogs are happy because all their sticks all over the place. So the
I
dogs,
suppose.
they're like,
And they can get out of the fence now.
yeah, well, yeah, they're pretty good dogs. The fence that it took takes it right into the woods. So it looked like somebody was there today already trying to fix it up for him. So we've had some weird stuff here. So
Yeah.
but what do you do? What do you do? So
what are we talking about today?
you were telling me about this. I told you about Unlocked on Netflix. It's the series on Netflix. Pretty cool. I'm on like episode 4, and it's where this a sheriff down in Arkansas, I think it's in the Little Rock area. He took the detention deputies out of the cell and unlocked it and gave these guys a chance to like live. Like, hey, if you guys can show that you're able. Yeah, if you can, I'll leave the doors unlocked. If you guys can live together, we'll keep it like that because they were on
one where they said they'd, or maybe it was something that they'd order Olive Garden for him, or is that something else? I'm thinking?
Maybe that's coming up. I don't know.
Oh, I thought I saw a preview on it. Maybe not.
It could be, and there's been a couple of kerfuffles on there, I guess you could call it, to where 2 guys getting into an argument and one punch and it's done, and the sheriff's like, we know that's going to happen. So it's a really cool. Hopefully the sheriff is thinking, if this works, maybe it helps 1 or 2 guys stay out of jail in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you know what? Kudos for him for giving it a try. So,
or they see what goes on in there and they go, hey, I'd like to be in that type of
yeah. Oh yeah.
3 room and board. Why not?
Well, yeah. 3 hots and a cot or whatever you call it. But it's pretty interesting. I like that. So, but you've been watching on Apple TV Manhunt about John
I've been
Wilson.
going between Manhunt and Ted Lasso.
Okay. So we know what Ted Lasso's about. Manhunt's about.
Manhunt is the assassination of Lincoln.
Yes.
And they showed the assassination, and then he jumped over and broke his leg as he jumped onto the stage. And so now he's gone to a doctor. They've already questioned the doctor, and of course, playing dumb, and he's on the run. And so I'm on episode 4, possibly as well, on Manhunt.
Okay.
I think it's just one season. It's like one of those limited.
Yeah. And I like those because then you don't have to wait for the next season to come out.
Exactly.
But so when did they find him? Didn't they find him like that night, or was it like a couple days?
No, they're still.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to think how long they're into it now. It's been, of course, it's on the 4th episode, so I don't know how many days are in there, but it's one of those where they'll be showing something, and then all of a sudden it's like 5 weeks before the assassination. and play a little blurb there, and it's like the night before the assassination. Then they go back to where John Wilkes Booth and his counterpart are out in the woods hiding out. And
so there is somebody else.
There was somebody running with them. Yep.
Was it? Okay. All right. That part I didn't know. And how do they know what they were doing? I mean, back in the 1800s, how did they know what he was doing 5 days before?
That's the point. Yeah. Yeah. But
were they sitting at Applebee's having buffalo wings talking about we're going to go kill him or what?
No, actually, I think it was at the beginning. It was like it said 5 hours or 2 hours before the assassination. He's sitting at a bar. He was talking to the bartender, and he says, tomorrow, he says, I'm going to be the most famous person ever.
Oh, come on. You really think that happened?
Well, probably not. Well,
or do you think that's the Hollywood?
At that point, I think, I'm sure he wanted to be, because at that point, that is when they stopped slavery and all that, and stopped the war. And so Lincoln was like way up here. People are like, man, Abe Lincoln, man, he's a celebrity, he's a president.
Right.
And then there was a little bit in there where they think Johnson had a say in it. So,
okay. All right.
A little twists and turns. And I'm sure, a lot of it is probably stretched a little bit.
Giving you, because from what I remember, I'm going back in my history class here, is like he was from the South, right? And he was still, he wanted the Confederacy to be,
and they thought the Confederates were behind it. That's the big talk of like, now if the Confederates did that, do we put a hit out on the president? Because they had a president down in the Confederates. It was
right.
Yeah.
So, Jefferson Davis. Yep.
So they said, do we put a hit? They came in and questioned, the one guy said, hey, did you guys put a hit out on President Davis? And they're like, well,
we can't tell you that.
We can't tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm going through that. I mean, it's one of those where I'm one of those, I like structure in my shows.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
It's like flying all over the place. So it's just like, you really got to be watching the credits on the bottom that it says, this is where they're at. This is 3 weeks after the assassination, leading up to it. And then when I get frustrated enough, then I just go back to Ted Lasso and try to get some good coaching.
Get some good vibes from good old Coach Ted, huh? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But no, I'm with you. I like those documentaries, and I like them. Lately, it's just been I've been on the World War II kick. So knowing that there's like the Lincoln movies and all that stuff, and I've never really dealt with looked into the John Wilkes Booth. So I'll have to.
No, that's the thing. It's like I've never really sat down and watched. Like I said, we learned about it in school.
Yeah, you just learned that he shot him, he hopped it, he broke his leg, and they caught him like 5 days later or whatever. I don't know how many days it was, but
I don't know. I'll let you know unless you watch.
Oh no, I'll probably watch it. I think that'd be a good idea. So, and then this morning, Becky and I watched. We had a young girl here named Madeline Kingsbury, and she went missing. It's been about a year ago, I think. She went missing, and then it was her ex-boyfriend, and they ended up finding her deceased and all that stuff. So they had that 48 hours on CBS. They had working in Winona, I knew a lot of the buildings and stuff and all that sort of thing, and so it was kind of I don't want to say neat because the poor girl lost her life, but it's just interesting. And the young man that killed her, his family is still supporting him, which I guess. I guess I would too. I don't know. How do you say, my brother's a Dumas? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you see that in a lot of families. Like some families will turn on a dime. Like, disown you. I want nothing to do with you. And to my kids, I'd protect them to the end of. I mean, if it came up where one of my boys did something like that, I'd still go visit them. I'd still be like, hey man, we got some lawyers lined up. We're still going to get you out of here.
Yeah. So unless he said, Dad, I did it, then would you say like, okay, well then sit and rot, or what would you do?
I wouldn't say sit and rot, but
well, you know what I mean? You gotta, if you're gonna play, you gotta pay. And I mean, if you get caught,
I don't think I'd love him any less. I mean,
no, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
but
obviously it's like, you did wrong. You got to pay for what you did, but it would be tough. I mean, it'd be a lot of sleepless nights. I think you'd be just thinking about why
did
where'd we go wrong? I mean, you blame yourself, probably.
Blame yourself. You would. You totally would. you would totally blame yourself. And that's why my old man Dale, still kicking, always told me, Nolan, and I tell my two boys and I tell my girls this too. It's just like, don't be stupid and don't be hanging around people who are, because sooner, but it's fun. Sometimes being stupid is fun, but don't take it to the extreme.
Don't take it to the extreme where you're, either somebody could get either very badly injured
or worse yet, killed.
Yeah.
How about those dudes over in Wisconsin? The Making of the Murderer. Did you ever watch that?
No.
He was one guy, I can't remember his name, and I've watched it, and he was accused of raping a lady, and then he spent 18 years in jail, and then they found out it wasn't him, and they let him out. And then now another person was killed, and he was they're saying that the county is out for him because he sued the county and won some money, and so they framed him for this murder.
Geez.
Yeah, you should watch that. You'll be like, wow.
What's the name of that one?
Making of a Murderer is what it's called.
Is that on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, yeah. I can't remember the guy's name, but and the guy's a little bit slow, and his nephew's a little bit slow. They're just kind of like, and you're like, holy cow. Some of the points that his defense attorneys bring up, you're like, man, it's crazy. You're just like, people think this stuff up. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, but a lot of good shows out there if you can sit around and watch TV.
Yeah, exactly. When you get time. When it's 32 degrees in a mid-April, 50-mile-an-hour winds.
And you want to be outside so bad.
Yeah, not going outside.
You're not going outside. Nope, I got you there. So, well, speaking of TV, we got some big time sports events coming up here too, my friend. So, what do you want to talk about first?
Do we want to jump into that draft real quick, and
you want to top six it where the quarterbacks are going?
It's getting, you read so much.
It's exciting and you want it to happen, but now it's just like,
but in the back of your mind, you're going, there ain't going to be one trade in the top 10. It's going to be, and it's just, and that's going to be the disappointment. But
can you
the reality that, all right, Bears are stuck at what they're doing, but then every once in a while, something comes onto my feed. Hey, they're going to trade the one and draft Daniels. And it's like, I don't think they're going to do that anymore.
I think the only thing I can say for certain, and Caleb Williams is going to the Bears. And so we were going to predict where our quarterbacks were going to go. And I think the Bears are going to take Caleb Williams. So that would be our 6-pack. And that's my number one. It's where I think.
Yeah, we're starting a number. Yeah, Caleb Williams is going to be a Chicago Bear, and I think he's going to wear number 13. I don't know what he's going to wear, but
that I don't know. As for the rest of them, Nolan, I don't know. I think we're at an educated guess. And could you see the Bears? Could you see the Bears moving up with their 9 pick and then maybe giving like a number one next year? Give them the 9 and then maybe a number 1 next year, because if things pan out.
Well, no, they have 2 seconds next year.
Oh, they don't have a first round next year?
Well, they have a first, but they have 2 seconds. So they're saying that they could trade up from 9 and the 2 seconds, or one of the seconds, the Carolina second, to move up and get Harrison at 4 or 5.
I don't think you're going to get, if Arizona decides to stay, they're going to take Harrison. I don't think they're going to move.
Yeah.
I think they want, I just, everything that I've read, I think Arizona's locked in. Unless they blow them away. I don't know. I don't know. So,
let's work on the Commanders.
Okay, you want to talk Commanders number 2 pick?
I've got the Commanders taking Jaden Daniels.
Did you go
2
days? 2 days ago, I would have said yes, but reading things on Twitter, and I don't know. I think I'll stick with him. I think it's gonna. I got him here. I got him down.
Yeah,
he's going to the Commanders,
and a lot of rumors coming up on this next team, New England Patriots.
So let me ask you this: why for Washington would you bring all 4 of those quarterbacks in for the day? They brought in all together at the same time Daniels, Penix, McCarthy, and who am I missing? May.
Probably smoke screens, probably. Well, and if they
but they were like they were together, and it was like, and one of the guys on ESPN, they were saying they were just trying to see who the alpha was, and that would be the guy who they'd pick. I don't buy that.
Yeah, it's either that or they're going to look to get a haul at 2 and try to stick around that 3 or 4 spot. Maybe whoever wants to come up and trade with them has to be at 4 or 5.
One guy said if they want Penix, the Vikings would be the perfect team to come up to 2 to get Daniels, because the Vikings had Daniels the Vikings visited Daniels last night. But I think you said it best first. I think it's a smoke screen, and I think Daniels. Yep. So
yeah, and these teams have to do that. I mean, they have to say. I mean, every article you read, it's like, oh, this week or today, Bears are definitely going to draft Bowers. They're going to draft him. They're going to Bowers. And then the next day, it's like, nope, they're going to trade out of it, and they're going to move up and get Harrison. Next one, they're going to draft a Dunze. Yeah. Last one I saw was Neighbors. I mean,
I don't think those 3 guys get to the Bears at 9. Any of those?
I think one of them will get there. I think one will because of I think there's going to be, with those 4 quarterbacks going, maybe 5. Maybe the Broncos trading up into there.
You're going for that, huh? You really?
I'm thinking there's going to be 4 or 5 quarterbacks going to be
in
gone.
The first 10.
That Alt's going to be gone, so that's 6.
Okay.
So where's that go? So we got 3 receivers left: 7, 8, 9.
Wow. I don't.
And you got Bowers in there.
Yeah. I mean, you've got
what's that? Turner, the defensive stud.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, let's.
Next one we were talking New England Patriots.
The Patriots
supposedly now,
they said they're open.
We're open for business.
You gotta be. Yep.
And the first 3 that popped in was the Vikings,
right?
Which I don't think they have enough to get the 3 unless. I don't think the Patriots pass on a quarterback. I really don't. I think Belichick knew back in the day you need a quarterback,
right?
And I think Mayo and these guys and Kraft, they got to sit down and go, guys, we got to find the next Tom Brady, or we're going to be trying to catch Miami for the next 5-6 years.
Well, you know who's the GM of the Patriots, right? Elliott Wolf is the GM.
Oh yeah, yep.
And who was his dad?
Ziggy?
No. Not Wilf. Wolf.
Oh, Wilf.
Wolf. The cat from Green Bay that found Brett Favre. They're saying he's going to find another Brett Favre down the road.
Yeah, well, who drafted Patrick Mahomes?
Ryan Pace.
Ryan Poles. Ryan Poles. Yeah. Don't ever say Ryan Pace on this podcast.
I forgot. I keep forgetting. I got to
set that organization back 10 years when he was there.
And now he's with the Falcons, so good for him.
But I'm going to say New England. Who are you going to say? I'll let you.
I'm going to say he's good. They're going to stay pat. They're going to take Drake May.
Yeah, that's my thought on it too.
Okay.
My 4, I'm putting McCarthy with the Giants. I think they're going to draft him at 5. I'm not a McCarthy fan. I don't think he deserves to go in the top 5.
Okay.
But for some reason, there's just been his stock has gone up, and for some reason, teams want him. So I would love for him to go to Minnesota.
I know you would.
But I got another gem going to the Vikings here in a little bit. So
I got McCarthy going to the Vikings. I'm with you. I don't think there's going to be 4 quarterbacks in the top 10. That's just not I just can't see it.
You don't think there's going to be 4 drafted
in the top 10? Correct.
Oh, I think there will be.
Well,
McCarthy will be 4.
It's okay that we disagree.
Oh yeah.
And then I think Penix will most likely go to the Broncos.
Yeah, I got them going to the Broncos.
Okay, and then I don't know where Bo Nix is going to go. You probably have him going to the Vikings. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got him going to the Vikings.
I could see.
Because Quezzy turned the burners off and he ain't cooking.
He ain't cooking anymore. I see Nix. I want to say the Rams, but I don't think they'd use a first round pick on him. Do you think he's a first rounder?
I don't think he is. No, but I think there's just desperation out there with teams that you don't want to give those last 12 teams a chance to draft a backup, sit behind Mahomes, sit behind Allen, sit behind. I mean, you know,
I'll say next to the Rams, Matthew Stafford's backup. I would love to, and I know that you weren't a Stafford fan. Is it because he was a Lion, or is it just you just never thought he was that good?
I've just never been a Stafford fan. I don't know why. It started off being Lion thing, but
he was that year they won the Super Bowl. He was a pretty good quarterback. They had a pretty dang good team too. So I mean, So you think he's going to be a Viking, huh?
Yep. That's my prediction.
There you go. That's our 6-pack for
now. If the Bears don't draft Caleb Williams, this whole little list we did, it's out the door. Yeah. Nowhere to be seen.
So who would you see the Bears saying yes to? The Commanders moving up one and saying we're going to take Williams?
I think it would be like a Giants or maybe the Patriots jumping. I think Washington's set on who they want. They're already saying out Caleb Williams is gone. So I think they're focusing on who they're going to pick it to. So I think there's got to be a team that's going to call and say, hey, Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know.
You move back to 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah. So if the Patriots move back, Nolan, and they need a quarterback, and I'm just looking outside because I'm trying to think of how to phrase this question, but if they move back, they're saying to themselves, May or Daniels or McCarthy aren't worth the number 3 pick, right?
Yeah.
And so,
and they're hoping.
What do you do? You need a quarterback. So what do you do for a backup plan? Do you have 2 guys that you go after?
Hoping Penix is there at 11.
Okay,
maybe. Because I'm sure that 11 pick's going to be given to the Patriots. So you're either going to have to go with Penix, you're going to have to go with Nix,
Spencer Rattler in the
Rattlers,
second round. I don't
Rattler's
know.
name's been thrown up in Minnesota quite a bit. It's like if they stand pat and they don't trade up 23, or their second round pick could be Rattler. Right. I think second round would be Rattler.
So they say Penix has the best arm out of all of them.
Yeah.
But he's got knees that are made of plastic. Kind of like Jimmy Butler's MCL and Zion Williams' calf. So,
let's talk about Jimmy here in a little bit.
Okay. Gotcha.
So what happens if the Bears decide to go Daniels 1 and Neighbors at 9? That'd be a nice little hookup.
Yeah.
And then have Moore and Keenan Allen.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I'm like trying to think of like who's been the Heisman Trophy winner quarterback that's been pretty good, because I couldn't really think of anything. And I'm like, well, Bryce Young, rough season, but Joe Burrow won the Heisman, so he's like he's done okay.
Did you by chance see the video of CJ Stroud playing catch with a baseball?
I did not. No.
Yeah, he is not a baseball player.
He's not. Okay.
And it's crazy because he throws a football very good.
Yeah.
But him trying to catch a baseball, he like snaps at it and his arm is just like, and they're like, people are like going, this is very painful to see a professional athlete that throws a football.
Because usually if you're a pro athlete, you're probably pretty good at a lot of different
you're
things.
thinking, hey, just give me a basketball.
Like you and I, I mean, we're pretty good at everything we do.
Yeah, but man, that was kind of funny. I thought that was very entertaining when I saw that. But
yeah. So he kind of throws like Becky. She won't even throw a ball in the backyard when we're playing wiffle ball. She's like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I can't throw it. That whole. So, all right. So, it'll be interesting next Thursday, buddy. I think you're going to be high-fiving yourself with all the Bears select. Yeah. And while you're standing on
standing down at third base.
You're gonna have your phone like
hold on a second. I got to put the stat in.
Time.
Yes!
So is that your
6 o'clock? So maybe I'll talk my assistant coach to go coach for third base.
Yeah.
For the second game.
Are you gonna What will you be happy with? Caleb Williams and a receiver?
Yeah. I think I'd be happy with Caleb Williams and anything else after that.
Okay. All right.
I think we'll get a receiver in the second round if we have to. I think we'll probably trade out to get a couple extra draft picks. But if we do go with Odunze, I think that's,
so there's that chatter on X, Twitter, and like Sam Darnold's going to have the best team he's ever had. What if he comes out and wins like 6 games in a row? Vikings start, and this is hypothetical here, Nolan. So you
right.
be like, they're not going to win 6 in a row. But what if he does?
Yeah, because we play him week 4. So
so how about 5-1? How about
there you go, 5-1 after they play the Bears.
Okay. I mean, then what do you do? What do you do? You're at a loss.
Well, I'm looking down. This just popped up. It's like
Okay.
Mike Florio, and it's like, do I even want to read a Mike Florio comment?
Flipping clown.
Jaden Daniels does not want to play for the Commanders.
Really?
Yeah. So
is that his agent talking, or is that Jaden Daniels talking, or is it just Mike Florio making up stories because he's a Vikings homer?
This is a quote from. It keeps saying I, so I'm thinking it's Jaden Daniels says, I'm going to get drafted by one of the most dysfunctional franchises in the NFL over the last quarter century. They got new management. Why should I want to play here?
Because of that, what you just said, they've got new management. You've got a chance to take that city by storm, man, and be the most beloved person ever. It's how you look at things, Nolan.
Yeah.
You could look at things either brightly or you could look at them dimly. A lot of people choose the dim way because they think that's the easier way. But I mean, you could go there and the Commanders have had a frickin' Daniel Snyder was not a good owner. We know that. But you could be the Joe Theismann of the 2020s,
Yeah.
or the Mark Rippons or whoever, they won. Doug Williams won a Super Bowl there. I mean, it's crazy. It's you. The responsibility's on you to come in and play tough and get your team up and running. You can't blame the owner. You can blame the owner if they don't get you the people you need. But for him to say, I don't want to play there because they got new management, that's pretty stupid in my eyes.
It is, yeah. Because you're hoping that you can be the new generational quarterback that comes in.
And you're going to be the savior, and you could walk into any restaurant in that area and you're going to have a free meal, and you probably would anyways.
And you can go get your picture next to Lincoln Memorial. I mean,
that's right. Just like you did.
Like I did.
That's right. So, well, we'll find out next week. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. So,
yep. So,
all right.
Going back to our last podcast, I was 4 for 4.
What were we talking? Oh, gotcha. And I
decided to go with Jimmy and the Heat.
Yes.
And Jimmy kind of. So, did you see what happened in the locker room afterwards?
I did not.
One of their good shooters that I can't think of his name now. Anyway, he went like 7 for 27.
Mm-hmm.
So Jimmy Butler started flapping his gums after they lost, saying, "Hey, 7 for 27, 7 for 27." So the guy came up and took a swing at Jimmy. He goes, 7 for 28.
Jimmy said that.
Well, that's what the quote on the X was. It's just like, and I'm thinking I put him up pretty quickly here, but I mean that was pretty clever to yell out 7 for 28 after you get missed by a punch. But
yeah, that's pretty.
But the Heat do play tonight. He is back in his bubble wrap. He's out.
Yep. He's out.
So I'm seeing the Bulls winning tonight, and the Kings. Kings are going to take care of the Pelicans in the West.
Yeah, because Zion's out too, right?
I think so.
You didn't pick the Kings, did you? You picked the Warriors. You weren't 4 for 4.
What?
You picked the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, I was. Yeah, I forgot the Warriors lost.
You son of a.
So you were 2 for 4. I was 3 for 4.
There you go.
But I'm taking the Kings tonight.
Okay, I will take the Kings tonight, and I will take the Bulls tonight. Or the Heat play the Bulls.
Yep. And this is both for the 8th seed.
Who beat the Heat in the first game? Who was that? 76ers?
No, Bulls.
Well, then the Bulls.
No, 76ers beat the Heat.
Yeah, by 1 point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And the Bulls beat the Hawks.
The Bulls beat the Hawks.
Let me see who.
Yeah, the Hawks are done.
Yeah,
the Warriors are done.
Tyler Hero, 9 of 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 4 of 14. What did Jimmy Butler shoot? 5 of 18.
Yeah,
not much better.
But
he was under. Yeah, so 5 of 18 and 9 of 27. Hero shot better.
So if Zion Williamson doesn't get hurt against the Lakers, is that a different outcome?
Yeah, probably. Now we got to go up against the Nuggets.
Everybody on ESPN thinks the Lakers have a good shot at beating the Nuggets.
Well, it could happen.
That's why they play the games, Nolan.
Okay, so we've got
all right.
Four games today.
Yep.
4 games Saturday, 4 games Sunday.
Right. We got 2 games today.
We're gonna pick them. We did the 2
today. Yep.
All right. So the first one in the East, first round, Magic and the Cavaliers.
And this is to advance, is what you're saying, right?
This is the first round, actual first round of the playoffs. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then the Mavs or the Magic are the 3rd seed, right?
They don't have the seeds here, but
okay. I think the Magic's the 3rd seed.
Okay.
And the Cavs. I'll say the Magic are going to win that series.
It says it's starting in Cleveland. The series is starting in Cleveland.
Well, then I will still take the Magic. That would mean the Cavaliers are the home team. So they are higher rated. Yeah. I'll still say the Magic.
Playoffs?
We're talking the playoffs? Who you got? Who you taking?
Well, I'm looking at this playoffs here. Hold on. Let me get the seeds right.
Yeah.
Seed Schmeeds.
You don't even, because they reseed after every level anyways, right?
So Cleveland is the 4 seed. Orlando is the 5.
5. Okay. So I'm still staying with the Magic.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Cleveland.
Dumbass. Okay. There you go.
Oh, boy.
So then we got the 3-6.
Dumbass, always a dumbass.
That's right. Give me the 3-6. What do you got going on there?
Is that 76ers Knicks?
No, 76ers would be the 7th seed taking on the number 2 seed.
Yeah, let's do that one. These are the games on Saturday.
Okay, gotcha. So 2.
I'm gonna take the Knicks.
Knicks versus the 76ers.
76ers. Knicks are 50 and 32. 76ers 47 and 35.
I'm gonna take the Sixers. And you got the Knicks. I'm writing this down. So.
Oh yeah, we're both writing it down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Suns Timberwolves. I'm taking the T-Wolves.
Ooh, I will take the T-Wolves as well.
Okay, and then Lakers Nuggets. I'm going with my boys. So got to go with the Lakers.
You know, I want to. I really want to.
D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis, LeBron James.
You know what? I'm going to do it. You talked me into it. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, I'll take them. I'm going to take them.
Okay. All right. Celtics awaiting an 8th seed, but I'm just going to go with Boston. I don't care who wins.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So you took the Wolves. Hold on. The Lakers, Boston. I'm going Boston as well.
Okay. Then we got Mavericks, Clippers. I'm going to go with Dallas. I do not like the Clippers, so I will go with Dallas.
I'm gonna take the Clippers because I think they do that. You took the Mavs.
I did take the Mavs.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Pacers, Bucks. Giannis out for the first few games, but I don't think that's going to matter.
I'm with you on that. I'll take the Bucks as well.
And the Thunder awaiting the 8th seed, but same as in the East. I don't think it's going to matter. OKC with the sweep.
With the sweep against the Knicks, or not the Knicks, the Kings or the Pelicans, whoever roll through. Yep. I could see the Kings giving them problems. I'm more of a Western guy because I follow the Timberwolves, but I think the Thunder will win that as well.
Okay.
So no real upsets per se.
Not really. No, you've got a couple stupid.
Well,
picks, but other than that,
I just think the 76ers were like the best team in the league until what's his name got hurt, and then now that he's back, they're
your Orlando 76ers and Clippers are reaches. Figured I'd wait till you started drinking before I.
And there you go.
Major League Baseball.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm back on the Can Rocco. How do you your pitcher throws 86 pitches. He's your number one starting pitcher.
Remember, it's April.
Having a hell of a game.
Remember, it's April.
I don't care.
You're at 87.
You're at 87.
One batter, maybe two, he's over 100. What if he goes out and gives up a home run? Then all of a sudden, Rocco's the. Of course, his reliever came in and gave up the home run.
Gave up the home run to lose the freaking game.
Yeah. But the starting pitcher could have did the same. He was at 87.
Oh.
You're in April. Now you're in mid-June, July. Yeah, you go out and throw. There's not too many guys that throw over 90 pitches anymore in the Major League Baseball.
That's because of the freaking stupidity.
No, that's because you have a good bullpen.
We don't.
7 other guys to choose from, and he chose the bum. I mean,
we're going to agree to disagree on this one.
I know.
I think whether it's April, May, June, July, if the guys retired 14 batters in a row, just keep going. Yeah. Keep them.
Where were they at in the order?
I don't remember, but I mean, he had 14 guys down in a row.
9 hitters.
Yeah. Why?
But if he's sitting at the meat of the order, it's like, no, I'm bringing in the reliever.
No. Is that what you would do?
I would have done that. Yep. I'd have been fired too, probably.
Analytics.
Well, you're sitting in April. This is what, his 3rd game starting. What did he do before that? How many innings did he go last? What day was this?
This was Thursday, right? Because they lost to the Orioles 3-2.
4-2?
Wednesday. Yep. Wednesday. The game was Wednesday.
Okay.
And then the game before
this would
that.
have been Lopez.
Yep.
Through 6 innings.
Yep.
The kid's 0-1. His last.
He started against the Royals, and they beat the Royals.
Yep, he went 7 innings.
I guess that was the first game of the year. And then,
his second. Oh, he's had more than that. Yeah, he won that one. He went 5.2 against Cleveland. Then he went 4 innings against Detroit. So he had 2 rough outings before that.
That's why you leave them in. They get better as they go along. They feel better. They're like, oh, I was unhittable today.
And he threw 98 pitches.
Let me tell you, boy. Does Dave Roberts?
Yeah, I didn't realize he threw 98 last week. What was the weather like? Was it cold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
Yeah. What does Dave Roberts do that to his pitchers?
Oh yeah.
Even Kershaw, even though he's not playing right
Kershaw now, he has to do it to Kershaw.
yeah.
He hit the wall at about 78 pitches.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm just not. I haven't. The MLB just hasn't caught me yet this year, man. It will. I think it will. I think the draft just has me so just like right now. I just can't think of any other sport.
This is the most exciting draft that's been around for a while.
Yeah. So. And then not being able to see the Twins too kind of puts a damper on it for me. But
yeah,
I don't know. All right, back to basketball. All said and done, we'll pick after this first round series. Well, who's going to win it all?
Yep.
Who's going to do it?
Oh, who's going to win it all?
Yep.
Probably Boston. As much as I hate to say it. I'm hoping I put the jinx on them.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put the jinx on the 76ers. I just think they're a really good team, and
Really?
they got an easy way to get
Well,
there.
I got them losing in the first round, so
I know.
they got a
I
good
know you
chance.
did.
Got a good chance.
I just think, again, last year, I think if we remember right, you and I were kind of high on Boston, and then we're like, but. So I don't know.
So, quick question for you: if LeBron gets deep into the playoffs, into the finals, wins a championship this year, next year, you consider him the GOAT?
No.
Okay.
No,
I don't think he'll ever unseat Michael Jordan. I mean,
no, I think Jordan.
You throw the many years of LeBron has had on to Jordan's stats. He's probably sitting on 9 rings.
Yeah.
He plays as many as.
The thing with Jordan is like he won them all in a row. To me, that's pretty, 3 in a row and then another 3 in a row. To me, that's pretty awesome. That's tough to do. But I still think LeBron's probably
like 3 strikes in a row at bowling. I mean,
it's a turkey, buddy.
It's tough.
That's tough.
You might see a few of those coming up here in less than a month.
Well, you never know. But
I'll throw one turkey against you.
I think LeBron is definitely in the top 5. I think there are other players that are better than him in the all-time thing. Bill Russell, would you agree with that or not?
There's a few. I mean, Larry Bird.
I would put Larry there. I would say
Kareem. You got to put Kareem. He's got.
Well, was Kareem Kareem was with the Bucks, right, when he first started out? If you take away Magic Johnson from Kareem, does he win all those? If you take Kareem away from Magic Johnson, does Magic Johnson win all those? I don't know. Johnson's a pretty special player. Kareem's a pretty. Do you think Johnson's top 5?
Bulls. Does Jordan win 6?
I think so. I think
you take Rodman off there. Does he win 6?
Rodman, I would maybe not, because I think Rodman was a better.
I think Pippen was.
Pippen was a good player. Yeah, I mean, but is Johnson top 5? Magic? I know he's one of your favorite guys.
Yeah, he's borderline. Yeah, he's borderline.
He? Okay.
I would put him up there. Just because he's Showtime, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I get you. So you'd put Kareem top 5?
I put Kareem top 5, yeah.
Magic.
Larry top 5.
What about Kobe? Where would you put Kobe?
Do I have a spot in the top 5 for Kobe?
Yeah, that's up to you, buddy. Where do you start? Kareem or Kobe? I would probably say Kobe myself.
Yeah, for the game changer he was. I mean,
yeah.
You'd probably. I mean, to me,
is Kobe the number 1 Laker in your eyes, or is Magic Johnson the number 1 Laker, or is Wilt Chamberlain? Where does Chamberlain fall?
Oh yeah, Chamberlain's. Yeah,
I mean, you see top 5,
but then we're looking at different eras now.
I know. I know.
To me, I think Magic and Kobe are.
I would give you your 1A, 1B on that.
Yeah, they're sharing the crown on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Magic was Showtime. I mean, he had the smile, he had the passes, and where Kobe, it's like, hey, Kobe, we need 8 straight points. Got you, coach.
Yep.
And I got to do it against Jordan. Got you, coach. I can do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did back away from nothing. Where you look at the way LeBron plays, very lazy on defense sometimes.
Yep.
Picks and chooses when he wants to make that spectacular dunk or block shot.
Oh yeah. He's a showboat. I would call him Showtime, a poor man version of Showtime.
A very poor man's version of Showtime. Yeah, because when you got Showtime, you've got LeBron running the floor with Anthony Davis jogging behind him. I'm back here for the loose ball.
There you go. Now, I think, and don't hate me for this, but I think the Lakers, I think they should have worked on the Shaq-Kobe relationship, because I think those two would have won a lot of championships together, brother.
Yeah,
I really do. I mean, and I think they buried the hatchet, didn't they, before Kobe passed away?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just seen something on like Kobe and Powell.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the Olympics when he bulldozed him and never helped him up.
Yeah.
And they showed I don't know if it's just clips of it, but they showed after that play, Kobe never went around him. Pau never run around him. But like if Pau was on the ground, Kobe'd be the first man to pick him up. So it's like all it took was one little shot at the beginning going, hey, USA.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll help you up after this.
Yep. Okay. How about, tell me this, last weekend, soccer game. Wasn't my Lily that knocked her girl over. It was another Lily and didn't help the girl up.
Did she walk by her?
No, kind of kept on playing the ball. And some of the moms are like, that's not, and I had to bite my lip and not say anything. Cause I'm like,
occasionally, there's going to be a help up.
If the ball was like way over back on the other side, I'd probably say, Hey, are you okay? I mean, it was pretty good collision.
But in basketball, I've seen high schoolers kid will knock a kid down and kind of look at him and turn around the other way. And the kid gets up on his own or team. It's like, you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need for the opposing team to help you up.
Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry that I made you look like a fool.
Knock you on your ass here in the next 2 minutes again. But.
Yeah. That's how I look at it. It's like helping them up is kind of like rubbing. To me, it's like rubbing it in. Unless it was like,
rubbing it in would be standing over top of them, pointing and then helping them up. Like that. I'll help you up too, by the way.
Yeah. There you go. That's funny. So. I don't know. It's funny how some of us view sports differently than others. I'm like, I tell Lily, I tell Sam, I told Gracie when she was playing and I'd like go hard 100% of the time. You got to go hard 100% of the time. Next to Vikings, take that off, buddy. I'd rather have it say Dicks to Vikings. That'd be better than that. Having you come over and coach.
I don't know what I'd do though. If I was to go to the Vikings, I couldn't play, obviously.
Yeah, but you could coach. You could probably.
I could be the
strength coach or.
Yeah, that would be real good.
Okay, boys.
300 pounds. Why don't you coach? I don't have to
because I'm the coach. You do what I say. I don't look like it, but I used to lift that many years ago. Yeah, get a good pump going and come on.
I could probably be like D-backs coach or.
Yeah, you're too slow.
Maybe running back.
No, you're too slow. You're too slow.
I don't have to be fast to be a running backs coach.
So here's what I'm thinking: is you got a pretty good.
The cones.
You got a pretty good this up here. I'll give you that. You could coach the quarterbacks. You could coach the quarterbacks. I think you could.
I don't know. I would love to be an OC. Love to be an offense coordinator.
Yeah. So why have you never like done it for Hedinger? Got out for like football coach?
Oh, I've kind of talked about it, but they've got there. But I think they'd probably get tired of the.
You like your wife too much. You want her to see her at some point of the year.
I think in the NFL, I think if a team game planned for the Nolan Dix led Vikings, I think they drop into a 5-man zone because we're taking our shot
every play, going deep.
Because it's like every time we're start the game off, Jacob will call or I'll call Jacob and it's like, you ready for today's game? Yep. First play, we're taking our shot. And then they hand it off. Like second play, we're taking our shot.
Taking it.
They hand it off. I'm like, okay, we're not taking our shot till the second half.
Yeah, they don't ever do that. So if you could go back, it'd be a pro anything. NBA, baseball, football.
I would go.
And then your position, obviously. So
I would go basketball.
And
I would be a point guard. I'd be
point guard.
Yeah, shooting guard. I'd be a shooting guard.
I'd be a starting.
Pressure bringing the ball up.
I'd be a starting pitcher in the MLB and just have that big freaking huge strikeout when you needed it most.
There you go. You'd be like a closer.
That or just a Nolan Ryan Express and just freaking.
Yeah. I mean, if you could do one thing and have it. You know, you go out and say, "Hey, all you got to do is throw one strike. There's going to be 70,000 fans here, and you throw that strike and they swing and miss." It's just like,
okay. So could you go to like Target Field or anywhere and throw that first pitch out from the mound and throw a strike?
probably
all
not.
all those people watching you, you think it'd go like 10,
Odds are
10
I would
rows?
trip coming off the mound. I'd do a header right into the ground and it'd just be.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
I think you would, if you knew you were going to do it, you'd probably practice a little bit.
Well, you'd practice, but you really can't. I mean, I don't think you can get yourself prepared for 60,000 people.
People screaming at you, ready to
Now,
laugh at
now
you.
if the Oakland A's invited me down there, I could do that in front of the.
You do that for batting practice every day, don't you?
What are we doing? 98 people on hand today? All right,
Yeah, let's get
They
it.
said the White Sox had 98 people at their game. I don't know how true that was.
No way. 9,800 maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
There's
crazy.
a game going on. There wasn't too many people in the stands.
Yeah.
What are the White Sox? They're about.
They're like 2 and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If it wasn't for the White Sox, the
3 and
Twins would
15.
be in 3 and 15.
Yeah, 3 and 15. Twins are 6 and 11. Twins currently on a 4-game losing streak, and they're getting outscored by their opponents by 20.
By 20. And the Dodgers are where?
By 12. They're 12 and 9.
And who's in first there? Diamondbacks?
Dodgers are.
Dodgers are? Okay.
Diamondbacks and Giants are 9 and 11. San Diego's 11 and 10. So we got to worry about Fernando and Machado for 3 months, and then they'll ride off into the sunset. And they're
get hurt and somebody gets upset and then they're all mad and life is over.
Yep.
So good. Well, good. Well, I got a nice weekend ahead of me here, buddy. Becky's got to work and there's no soccer anywhere, so I'm kind of like gonna build me a little. Yeah,
I don't know what we're gonna do.
I got I planted some sunflowers in the little mini greenhouses you can buy. So I got to build a little raised garden. I'm gonna put that up in our backyard. And,
some sunflowers, huh?
Yeah, I tried.
What plan after they grow to full length and
just sit there and watch them in the morning.
watch them slowly turn with the sun.
Yeah. So I've only the 1 year.
You were a sad life, boy.
The first year I grew one, it was just starting to just spread out, and then a big storm came and knocked it over and killed it. And I'm like, son of a God, I was angry.
Well, make sure you don't put them out now because you might freeze at night.
No, I got them. They're sitting inside here. So
I didn't plant anything. We usually plant some stuff, but we didn't plant anything inside this year. We didn't have the green thumb feel this year.
Yeah, well, and we'll wait probably till Mother's Day to do it, but I've got mine ready to go. And then the second year, my neighbor, Karen, who lives just right up the hill from us, he's like, you can grow as many sunflowers as you want because they all faced her house. So her and her husband sit there in the morning and have coffee on their deck and look at the sunflowers. So
nice.
I'm going to put them in a little different spot this year so I can enjoy them as well. But I just think they're cool. And like, I remember the first time we came out to Heidegger, there was, I think it was a mustard field, or there was like a field of yellow. And it was just like, it just makes you, I'm driving and I look and I'm like, wow, that's really neat. And then I look and I'm in the other lane. I'm like, holy crap. It just kind of mesmerized. Is that mustard? Is that what it is? Or what is it? Yeah. Or saffron or whatever it's called. But it was just so cool.
Speaking of Gabby, I heard she shot you a text.
Yeah. She's supposed to send me something. I need to write her a little recommendation.
Oh, okay.
What did
we were talking about her godparents and all that stuff. And
yeah.
And she said, "Oh, they were there, weren't they?" I'm like, "No, they were."
Oh God.
He goes, "Are you serious? I'm gonna text it right now."
Oh, it was. So my wife, your wife's best friend got a little tear when I read that to her because she was like, we were like so bummed out that we couldn't make it.
I know.
And I told Gabby, I'm like, man, you're bringing up some bad memories for Becky. Well, don't tell her.
Well, yeah, don't tell her.
Well,
not being a bad memory, but yeah, I mean, I know it was an honor anytime you're, asked to be a godparent is always.
Yeah. And that's the last time I've had Chipotle too, just to let you know.
That's good. That's good. We all learn our life lessons.
Yeah, we do. I can't even spell that anymore. Oh, thinking about it right now.
30 viewers in here.
It's all Twitter, isn't it? Yeah.
You still say Twitter. You're still kind of old school, huh?
Well, I'll start saying that. When I think of X, I think of like naughty movies. I don't want people to think that we're.
Well,
yeah. What do you do? So, but all right, my friend, we're at 55 minutes. So
we are.
I think we've talked all we can, and you're supposed to send me that one link so I can watch that other one as well.
Oh yeah, I can't find it, but I'll look for
it. Must have been really good.
Podcast
then.
Was what did I say it was?
I don't know. Well, it's kind of like us. He was really good.
Swim lessons. I think swimming lessons or swim lessons or something like that.
Was it? Okay. And he talks sports.
But it's a guy that coaches football. He coached basketball. A good friend of mine. He's worked with BSN Sports. Just all around good guy. And
BSN, does that stand for Bullshit Network? Is that what it is, or what?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Is it okay?
Why he's on the podcast. But no, he was telling a story which I didn't realize about the guy. So I'm watching this podcast, seeing what it's about. And he was a heavy drinker when he first got his first couple coaching jobs or college, or I can't remember but he got a DUI.
Okay.
And it must have been an accident. And from that point on, he set himself straight. And he talks about God. He talks about, it was moving. It's just kind of like, I seen him in a little bit different light. The guy's a good, I did play-by-play of some of his games in high school. That's all.
Okay.
But yeah, just being able to talk to him on Coach's Corner and interviewing him. And then you hear that, you're like, really? I did not know that.
Sometimes humility brings a person's perspective into a little bit better
wake up. And he said he was glad it happened. He said that was his rock bottom. Yeah. That accident DUI was his rock bottom. It's just like, wow.
Got to turn yourself around.
Now he's got kids. He's got another one on the way.
Nice. Yeah. Well, let's get him on. Have him come on. Let's talk with him. Nothing wrong with that.
Dream.
We all are.
Like two other people in this world, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're. It could be worse, Nolan.
We're in coming up May, June, July, August, September, October. 7 more months till election time.
Oh, and thankfully we won't talk about anything about that.
Yeah, we don't talk politics unless somebody shoots something over into the comment section.
Yeah, well, that ain't never gonna happen.
But I did see Trump was in a Chick-fil-A and he bought 30 shakes for everybody.
Wow.
And then on the next feed that showed Biden in there, nobody was in the restaurant. He's like, I'll take a milkshake. I'll take a milk. And then they cut away, and then there was a guy going in, okay, when President Biden comes in, he's going to hand you a tip. You thank him. So they were scripting it.
Okay. Yeah.
Which was pretty sad. But
oh, wow.
But it was probably fake news.
Yeah, most likely. AI can do just about anything nowadays. So
yeah,
maybe one of these days we'll talk about the Israeli-Iran World War III that's going to start here pretty soon.
Oh boy. You have a great day.
Yeah, there you go. Do you want me to move us out with the music, or are we just going to call her as is? I got to find the music. You already left me.
That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea.